Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, March 1st. We have all you need to know about Penn State faculty salaries, as well as details on a water shutdown in Center County.
We also have more on a plane crash in Nevada, along with weather, sports, and entertainment. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jace.
And I'm Marianna Daniele.
Several faculty members of the Penn State Department of English are making their displeasure known with the university. The group, comprised of faculty who do not have tenure, claim they are the lowest paid teaching unit at the university. Salary data collected by the English department's faculty suggested that lecturers are annually paid around $35,000. That is over $2,000 less than the living wage for a single adult in State College. Penn State raised salaries for the English teaching faculty in January of last year by $3,000 as part of a two-phase salary adjustment plan. But the second phase was nixed due to, quote, financial challenges facing the university. When asked about the situation, University President Neely Bendaputi said, quote, I know that we will not be able to solve it overnight, but if we are able to truly be the place that everybody wants to come, we must address that, end quote. The university has made no further official comments on the situation.
A Center County property manager has filed a lawsuit against Pennsylvania's Office of the Attorney General, Penn State, and Penn State's Office of Student Legal Services, Aaron Brooks, on February 16th. Rodney Hendricks, owner of Hendricks Investments, is suing defendants on one count of barratry and one count of abusive process. The lawsuit claims the Attorney General's office and the university allegedly coerced information to find a crime to use against him. Previous reports claim that Hendricks has been the defendant in dozens of lawsuits over 2 decades after multiple tenant complaints. Hendricks is asking for at least $50,000 in damages.
A major water leak discovered in State College is causing the water to be shut off for various Benner Pike businesses. The College Township Water Authority claims a leak was found in its system on the 300 block of Benner Pike. Some of these businesses affected by the water closure include Barnes & Noble, Sam's Club, Penn State Health, and Walmart. An emergency water shutoff to fix the issue will begin at 9 p.m. tonight and will be restored by 7 a.m. tomorrow. The Water Authority staff plans to notify the affected businesses of the shutoff.
Stadium Casino has filed an appeal with the Pennsylvania Supreme Court after losing the bid at the 2020 auction to apply for Pennsylvania's 5th Category 4 casino license. The company asked the court to vacate the previous board's decision so they can get the license to proceed. The license cannot be issued until all appeals are resolved, which could take several years. After the licensing hearing, supporters said the casino would revitalize Center County. However, members of the Say No Casino group said their voices felt ignored. If the project does move forward, the $130 million casino will be constructed in the old Macy's at the College Township Mall. Happy Valley is experiencing its normal weather fluctuations, but will a potential snowstorm affect spring break travel plans? Anchor with Campus Weather Service will give us more details on what to expect this weekend in tonight's weather report. Take a look.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's student meteorologist Caroline Castor with your PSN forecast. And right now we're starting to get a glimpse of a beautiful sunrise over Beaver Stadium. And it was actually very nice today. We topped out at about 55 degrees, and it feels like 55 degrees with that sunshine. Winds are coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour, so not too bad of a day to start out your March. And temperatures across the state warmer out towards our west, with Pittsburgh getting pretty warm up to 69 this afternoon, and then a little bit colder as you move out towards Philly in that area. But compared to this time yesterday, we were about 13 degrees warmer than we were around 24 hours ago. And then even out towards Pittsburgh, 30 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. And so there's a little blob of warmer air, but it is going to get cold again as we approach the weekend. And it's going to come with a wintry mess for your Friday, but I'll stay tuned. I'll talk about that a little bit more. For now, Wednesday, this is tonight. We just have some cloud covers. Temperatures will drop normally overnight, and then some rain will start to build into your overnight hours into Thursday. Just some pockets of rain here and there, mostly staying out situated towards our southeast, and then that'll clear out by Thursday. So we'll have one more day of dry or after the rain, and then Friday is when this mess comes around. So here's what I was talking about. There's a lot of pink. It's going to be a wintry mix. We don't exactly know what it's going to be for this forecast. And so there's a lot of uncertainty with this wintry system. And then it should clear out by the weekend. And then Saturday, another chance for some wintry mix or winter weather, up in the northwestern portion of the state. But then it clears out again by Sunday, and we remain dry for the rest of your weekend before another system could possibly bring us something by next week. So for tonight, your low is going to be 42 degrees, scattered showers, and then tomorrow we will bounce up to 53 again. So another warm day in our area before the snow comes and the wintry mess comes in your 7-day forecast on Friday. You can see temperatures drop steeply on Friday for a high of only 36 degrees, but then we start warming back up again as we move into the week. And there are going to be some peaks of sunshine, like I mentioned, once that initial system moves out of our area.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm John Calavita with your sports update. The Penn State Lady Lions took down the Minnesota Golden Gophers 72-67 in the first round of the Big Ten tournament today. McKenna Marisa led the charge for Penn State, putting up a game-high 22 points. The Lady Lions were without two of their best players in the fourth quarter as freshman Shea Chesky left due to injury in the third, and defensive specialist Leilani Kappas fouled out. Penn State led 56-41 at the start of the final quarter, but allowed Minnesota to tie the game with under a minute to go. Marisa made a layup with 30 seconds left to ice the game and keep the Lady Lions season alive. This was Penn State's first win since February 2nd and their first Big Ten tournament victory since 2018. The Lady Lions will play Michigan in the second round tomorrow at 3 p.m. Do you think you have what it takes to be a Penn State football player? Penn State football's walk-on or run-on tryout began this afternoon. The second interest meeting is tomorrow over Zoom at 5 p.m. Run-ons are required to fill out a Google form to register and answer about questions about GPA, graduation year, position, and football experience. All applicants must be full-time Penn State students at University Park. If you want a chance to rock the basic blues and the black shoes in Beaver Stadium, here it is. If you have any questions, email Rashad Elby at rae149@psu.edu. Spring training is in full swing, and the biggest story coming out of baseball's preseason is the pitch clock. Major League Baseball implemented this rule during the offseason in hopes of shortening games after experimenting with the concept in the minor leagues. Basically, pitchers have 20 seconds from the time they receive the ball from the catcher to throw another pitch or a ball will be called. On the other side, a batter has to be in the box ready to hit with at least 8 seconds left on the clock or a strike will be called. The new rule is serving its purpose as the average game length is now 2 hours and 37 minutes over the first week of spring training compared to last year's mark of 3 hours and 1 minute. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Max Kugler has the latest updates from the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
All of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State. Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with David Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So insane, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Max Kugler with your entertainment update. Feeling hungry? Well, you're about to be, because a new barbecue joint is in town. Bonfire Old Fashioned Barbecue opened up last week on East College Ave, down towards Benner Pike. Owner Josh Koenig has been in the local restaurant industry for a while, and finally was able to open up a brick and mortar location after running a catering business with his mother and father for a few years. Bonfire won't be offering dine-in services until mid-April, but at the moment, they're open for takeout. They're serving classic fare like ribs, pulled pork, and mac and cheese. Koenig says when dine-in does open, it will be, quote, a homey, relaxed atmosphere, a place everyone can hang out. That sounds good to me. I know I can't wait to try it. Staying in State College for spring break, but looking to get out of town for a quick trip? Visiting the Boalsburg Farmers Market may just be the place for you. Located 15 minutes outside of State College, the Boalsburg Farmers Market is open for business every Tuesday from 2 to 6 p.m. and offers a wide variety of fresh produce, meats, and baked goods, all produced in the heart of Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Farmers Market is currently held indoors at the Boalsburg Fire Hall, but in the summer it's moved outside to the parking lot of the Pennsylvania Military Museum. Another fun fact is that the farmers market is producers only. This means that everything sold was grown or produced directly by the vendors. The market offers a wide variety of products such as hot sauces, maple syrup, handmade soaps, fresh pasta, sausages, and more. Sounds like a great way to spend a Tuesday. The Screen Actors Guild Awards were this past Sunday, and the cast of Everything Everywhere All at Once swept the stage, winning the award for Outstanding Performance by Cast, as well as for both male and female supporting actor awards. A few notable actors from our childhood were honored on stage as well. Ki Hoi Kwan, part of the cast of Everything Everywhere All at Once, appeared in Indiana Jones as Short Round and in The Goonies as Data. Actor Brendan Fraser from The Mummy won Outstanding Lead Male Actor for his work in The Whale. Funnily enough, both of these actors have worked together in the past in the 1992 comedy Encino Man. As these awards historically tend to align with the winners of the Oscars, it will be exciting to see who takes home a golden trophy at the Academy Awards 2 weeks from now. That's all your entertainment update from me. After the break, interview anchor Adam Tinkleman will be speaking with Robert Triarco, a freshman choir member at Penn State. Stay tuned.
Ready, mics? 3, 2, fade in on 2, mic and cue.
This isn't me talk.
I would say spring.
Slow down.
And he knew that. How do you say
I know.
She continues to hold her values and everything though. And I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart.
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts
Creators
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before. So welcome to the family.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
I've been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
What if Asking Penn State?
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
Hello and welcome back to PSN News. I'm Adam Tinkelman, and with me tonight is Bobby Chicarico Jr., a freshman choir member at Penn State. Bobby, thanks so much for being here tonight.
Of course, happy to be here.
Oh, my first question is, we mentioned that you're a choir member. Can you tell us some of the organizations that you're a part of?
Yes, right now I'm currently in the Glee Club with Dr. Kiver. I'm also in the High Lows, a small subset of the Glee Club with Dr. Kiver, and I'm in the Essence of Joy with Dr. Leach.
Wow, that's a lot for sure. And are you studying anything related to music right now?
Nope. I'm an aerospace engineering student, actually. Music has just been a hobby.
Wow, okay. So that's a pretty big jump. I think most people wouldn't really associate engineering and music. Could you tell us a little bit about what drew you to these organizations?
Well, all throughout high school, I sang in choirs and did musicals and the such, and music has always been a way for me to express myself outside of my love for engineering. I know that's what I want to do with my life. It gives me a different sense of purpose in life. So I've always wanted to try to pursue music into college.
Right, so it's extremely a strong passion for you. And I know that it's really not at all related to engineering. Was there any hesitation in joining some clubs that really weren't surrounding your major?
Yes, so much hesitation. I had to think it out long and hard just because I wasn't entirely sure if I'd be able to make it work. I thought that it might take too much focus off what I was doing with my classes, but it works. You just have to try to figure out exactly what you want to do with your schedule. First semester, kind of a bit of a mess for me. I had my music and my classes all jumbled up, and it was difficult to manage. Second semester, I got a little lucky. My schedule actually worked out pretty perfectly. From 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., I have all of my engineering classes and the like.
Wow.
And past that, starting at 3:25, I have all of my music classes for the rest of the night. So I actually have two halves to my day, engineering and music. Much easier to manage this way.
Yeah, I was going to say that's actually pretty convenient for you, huh? So I know these clubs, you're part of several, but they should provide some pretty good networking opportunities. Am I correct in that?
Yes, there's actually a funny story about that. With the Essence of Joy, there's an alumni choir called Essence of Joy 2. And Essence of Joy is a lot about family. So we like to try to get together with the alumni, get to know them. And we were actually having dinner in the choir room one night before a concert. I sat down to a random alumni member, began talking to him, exchanged names and the like. And he asked me, "What's your major?" I say, "Aerospace engineering." He goes, "No kidding, I work with an aerospace company." I go, "Who?" He goes, "Northrop Grumman, who have worked on projects, to my belief, such as the Artemis project or the James Webb Telescope." So that was very strange. And I was like, "Oh, okay, wonderful. How about an internship?" So I've been talking to him, and we're looking forward to that possibly this summer, if not next summer.
Wow, that is a very high-profile relationship to have.
Yeah, for a choir.
So how much contact have you had with this? What was it? The second group, the alumni group?
Oh, well, we've met them twice. They came down for our last concert at the end of December, and we had a dinner with them, as I said, before the concert. We got a chance to exchange with everybody, sing together. Obviously, that brings people together. And we've also seen them perform once at a local church that we also performed at.
So you've had plenty of experience communicating with the members of this alumni program as well.
Yes, I've through music, not just Essence of Joy, but the other ensembles that I'm in, you meet so many people, and people are drawn together through music. There are other organizations and events with engineering, but you're there to work usually, or possibly get a job. With music, people are brought together on, in my opinion, a sense of passion and happiness in terms of what they love to do, and they enjoy it, and that's why they want to be there. And then from that, you can start making connections with people outside of music.
Yeah, I love that, how you really are able to express yourself in this way that you usually wouldn't find in other settings. So I also know we were talking a little bit before the interview that there is some kind of out-of-country trip
coming about soon. Isn't that right?
Yep. The Glee Club is going to Portugal this year.
Yeah.
Now, Glee Club likes to try to organize trips outside of the country. Actually, funnily enough, a lot of our music groups do. Essence of Joy, I was unfortunately not able to make the trip, but they are leaving this Friday at 2 a.m. to go to Hawaii for a week. They are singing in a couple locations in Hawaii, and we are wishing them all the best. But Glee Club, we are going to Portugal from May 8th to the 18th to sing around the country.
Wow, that is awesome. Hawaii and Portugal, those are like way far away from the United States, or the continental United States at least.
Yeah, if I had all the money in the world, I would have went on both, but freshman in college, so we're working on that.
So would you say that being part of these groups is also not only providing you some sort of business opportunities, but also going international, you're getting a lot of culture as well?
Yeah, I believe music provides you with a different perspective. Yes, engineering, you focus on your sciences and your maths, and that's what I'm continuing to focus on learning more about in college. However, I think being a musical student allows you to have a different perspective on things. You think more outside the box. That's the term that's kind of died off nowadays. People want you to think creatively, they want you to think innovatively, but people don't really like outside the box, because if you strike outside the box, you might miss. People are afraid of that nowadays. So a lot of the times you're told, try something new, but not too new. When you're a musical student, that's how you make advancements. You throw a long ball and try for something. Yeah. And it's made me a lot more confident in my abilities to sometimes take wide swings in engineering classes in general.
Which is an important skill, especially in college, to be able to step out of that comfort zone and pursue something that may be out of the norm for you. So you'd say that being a student studying music, that has given you some unique insights that have helped you per se, some maybe with engineering or other parts of your life?
Absolutely. Like I said, I think it opens up your perspective to trying new things and makes you less afraid of making errors, because you make errors in music a lot. It's just due for the course. Even if you are a perfect singer, your voice might crack. You might be a little sick. It happens. Now, obviously, when working in the field in engineering, other people are counting on you. It's a little different to just make an error. But when you're practicing and when you're learning, this is the time to make those errors. This is where you learn. This is where you can really take advantage of striking out of the box. You don't really want to do that when you have a job, because you're getting paid. When you're learning is when you can do that sort of stuff, which is why I'm trying to mix music in tandem with my engineering courses, because I want to try to take that mentality into my engineering courses.
Right. And I'm assuming you're going to continue this all throughout college, right? You plan on doing music the whole time?
That's the plan. Things may change. If my schedule gets a little bit too busy, I do have to look at it as I'm getting a humanitarian credit, 1 credit per choir. So I may have to strike outside of that if I see another opportunity for aerospace, because even though music is a passion, I do still want the career that I want for my life. And that is my other passion in life and what I want to pursue. So it will take slight weight over music in my life. However, to the best of my ability, I will keep music in my life.
Now, we are a little short on time, so I wanted to finish up with this one last question. I'm sure there's a lot of kids out there who are a little concerned about doing something that they may not be very comfortable with, such as a club or an organization. Would you have any advice to those kids on how to jump into that, hit the ground running?
When I wanted to join the Thespians Club, they have a system where you are a speculative member before you become a member, and the list to become a member is long. There's a lot of stuff that you got to do. You got to be in multiple shows, multiple non-main stage shows, meet people, talk to people. It's a long list. It was daunting. I almost instant dropped the club as soon as I saw the list. And then I realized I have 4 years here. I want to take all this time that I have and push it and use it as I can. Same thing with my musical courses. I almost dropped one of the choirs that I'm in for the sake of professor favor. I'm not going to say which, but I almost had to drop them because I thought I wouldn't be able to manage it. And then I realized it's what I love. It's what gives me passion and joy throughout the day. Essence of joy, no pun intended. But it's what keeps me going alongside the schoolwork that I'm currently doing. So if you are struggling to determine whether or not you want to join something that you think you might really enjoy, old phrase, just do it. Just try it once. It's room to make error. If it doesn't work, there's so many options for late drop at Penn State. You can figure it out if it's not working, but you'll be much more regretful in life if you don't take those chances.
Yes, good words. Bobby, thank you so much for being here tonight with us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Up next, Jace and Marianna will bring you the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State. Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with Hayden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kip.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
Two people are dead and 11 are injured after a pickup truck crashed into a group of bicyclists in Arizona. Police arrested 26-year-old Pedro Quintana Lujan. He's facing several criminal charges, including manslaughter, aggravated assault, and causing serious injury or death by a moving vehicle. The incident happened just before 8 a.m. on Sunday morning as the group was cycling on Cotton Lane Bridge near Phoenix. The truck driver remained at the scene of the crime, but it is unclear at this time what caused him to drive into the group.
A medical transport flight crashed and killed 5 people in western Nevada late Friday night. Among the victims was the pilot, a flight nurse, a flight paramedic, a patient, and their family member. The Lyon County Sheriff's Office said the downed aircraft was located at 11:15 p.m., and the immediate focus went to helping family and team members. The crash followed after the National Weather Service office in Reno issued a storm warning early Friday for winds up to 65 miles per hour and possible whiteout conditions. CareFlight paused all flights on Saturday morning, and the National Transportation Safety Board has sent a 7-member team of investigators to the site of Friday's crash.
At least 45,000 residents in several Colorado mountain towns are experiencing delays in their mail deliveries by at least a month. This has been an issue for years, but due to staffing shortages, low wages, and increased housing costs, the situation has worsened. Many of these residents won't receive deliveries from Amazon, UPS, and FedEx. These packages are oftentimes delivering medications, retirement checks, and federal assistance. Instead, these items are being delivered to local post offices to be delivered by workers hired by the U.S. Postal Service as rural postal workers. Elected officials in Colorado have acknowledged the complaints from their constituents over the past few years, but the problem has yet to be solved.
Residents of East Palestine, Ohio, face potential long-term health risks due to the recent train derailment. The train cars which burned at the site held hazardous chemicals. They are suspected to have caused a chemical exposure, which is resulting in an array of symptoms in local residents. Ohio citizens have endured rashes, nausea, vomiting, coughing, and trouble breathing, which medical professionals have diagnosed as chemical bronchitis. Victims of the exposure are currently reportedly taking 5 kinds of medication, including steroids, and continue to receive medical care. Norfolk Southern Railways have offered $8 million in donations and to cover all cleanup costs, As the company has stated, they are committed to doing the right thing for the residents of East Palestine. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.